Hare Krishna, welcome to all devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatajayam Udirat Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Today we try to understand shloka number 14 to 16 of Canto first chapter 10, departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. Neruddhan Udgal Pashpam out
निरुधन उद्गलद बाष्पम
Outkantat Devaki Sute
औत्कंठ्याद देवकी सुते
Niryati Agarat Nah Abhadram
निर्याति अगारान्न अभद्रम
इति सहत बांधवस्रिय
इति स्यात् बांधव स्त्रियः
मृदंग शंख भैर्यच्च
मृदंग शंख भैर्यः च
वीणा आपणव गोमुखाः
वीणापनव गोमुखः
धुंधुः धुंधुरी आनक घंटा आद्याः
धुंधुरिया आनक घंटा आद्याः
नेदुः दुन्दुभय तथा
नेदुः दुन्दुभयः तथा
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढः
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढाः
कुरु नार्यः दिदृक्षया
कुरु नार्यः दिदृक्षया
पौरुषु कुसुमे कृष्णम्
ववृषुः कुसुमैव कृष्णम्
प्रेम वीडा स्मित इक्षणाः
प्रेम व्रीडा स्मित ईक्षणः
नरुद्धन उद्गल बाष्पम उत्कंठ्यात देवकी सुते
निरूधन उद्गलद बाष्पम औत्कंठ्याद देवकी सुते
निर्याति अगारात् न भद्रम इति
निर्याति आगारान्न अभद्रम इति
स्यात् बांधव श्रियः
स्यात् बांधवः स्त्रियः
मृदंग शंख भैर्यच्च
मृदंग शंख भैर्यः च
वीणा प्रणव गोमुखाः
वीणापनव गोमुखः
धुंधुरी धुंधुरी यान आनक घंट आद्याः
धुंधुरी आनक घंटाद्याः
नेदुः दुन्दुभय तथा
नेदुः दुन्दुभयः तथा
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढाः
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढाः
कुरु नार्य दिदृक्षया
कुरु नार्यः दिदृक्षया
वौरुषु कुसुमे कृष्णम्
ववृषुः कुसुमय कृष्णम्
प्रेम व्रीडा स्मितैक्षणाः
प्रेम व्रीडा स्मितीक्षणाः
नरुद्ध उद्गल पाष्पम्
नरुद्धन उद्गलद बाष्पम्
औत्कण्ठ्यात देवकी सुते
औत्कण्ठ्यात देवकी सुते
निर्यादि अगारात् न भद्रम्
निर्याति अगारान्न अभद्रम्
इति स्यात् बान्धव श्रियः
इति स्याद् बान्धव स्त्रियः
मृदंग शंख भैर्यच्च
मृदंग शंख भैर्यः च
वीणा प्रणव गोमुखाः
वीणापनव गोमुखाः
धुंधुरी आनक घंट आद्या
धुंधुरी आनक घंट आद्या
नेदु दुन्दुभय तथा
नेदु दुन्दुभयः तथा
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढाः
प्रासाद शिखर आरूढाः
कुरु नार्यः दिदृक्षया
कुरु नार्यः दिदृक्षया
पौरुषु कुसुमे कृष्णम्
ववृषुः कुसुमय कृष्णम्
प्रेम वीडा स्मितैक्षणाः
प्रेम व्रीडा स्मितईक्षणाः
निरंधन उद्गल बाष्पम उत्कंठ्यात देवकी सुते निर्याति अगारात् न भद्रम इति स्यात् बांधव श्रियः मृदंग शंख भैर्य च वीणा प्रणव गोमुखाः धुंधुरी आणक घंट आद्याः नेदु दुन्दुभय तथा प्रासाद शिखरारूढाः कुरु नार्य दिदृक्षया पवृषु कुसुमे कृष्णम् प्रेम वीडास्मितीक्षणाः
निरूढन उद्गलद बाष्पम औत्कंठ्या देवकी सुते निर्याति अगारा न अभद्रम इति स्यात् बांधव स्त्रियः मृदंग शंख भैर्यः च वीणा आपन गोमुखाः धुंदुहुयानक
धुंदुरी
धुंदुरी आनक घंटा आद्या नेदुः
आद्य
दुन्दुभ्यः तथा प्रासाद शिखर आरूढ़ाः कुरु नार्या दिदृक्षया ववृषुः कुसुमैः कृष्णं प्रेम व्रीडा स्मित ईक्षणाः.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The female relatives whose eyes were flooded with tears out of anxiety for Krishna came out of the palace. They could stop their tears only with great difficulty. They feared that tears would cause misfortune at the time of departure. While the Lord was departing from the palace of Hastinapur, different types of drums like the mridanga, dhol, nagara, Dunduri and Dundubi, and flutes of different types, the Veena, Gomukha, and Beheri, all sounded together to show him honor. Out of a loving desire to see the Lord, the royal ladies of the Kurus got up on top of the palace and smiling with affection and shyness, they showered flowers upon the Lord. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There were hundreds of ladies in the palace of Hastinapur. All of them were affectionate to Krishna. All of them were relatives also. When they saw that Krishna was going away from the palace for his native place, they were very anxious for him. And as usual, tears began to roll down their cheeks. They thought at the same time that tears at that moment might be a cause of misfortune for Krishna. Therefore, they wanted to check them. This was very difficult for them because the tears could not be checked. Therefore, they smeared their tears in their eyes and their hearts throbbed. Therefore, ladies who were the wives and daughters in law of those who died in the battlefield never came in direct contact with Krishna, but all of them heard of him and his great activities, and thus they thought of him, talked of him, his name, fame, etc., and became affectionate also. Like those who were in direct contact, therefore, directly or indirectly, anyone who thinks of Krishna, talks of Krishna, or worship Krishna becomes attached to him because Krishna is absolute. There is no difference between his name, form, quality, etc. Our intimate relation with Krishna can be confidentially revived by our talking of, hearing of, or remembering him. It is so done due to spiritual potency. Shyness is a particular extra natural beauty of the fair sex, and it commands respect from the opposite sex. This custom was observed even during the days of Mahabharata, that is more than 5,000 years ago. It is only the less intelligent person not well versed in the history of the world who say that observance of separation of female from male is an introduction of the Mohammedan period in India. This incident from the Mahabharata period proves definitely that the ladies of the palace observed strict parda, strictly association with men, and instead of coming down in the open air where Lord Krishna and others were assembled, the ladies of the palace went up on the top of the palace and from there paid their respects to Lord Krishna by showers of flowers. It is definitely stated here that the ladies were smiling there on the top of the palace, checked by shyness. This shyness is a gift of nature to the fair sex and it enhances their beauty and prestige, even if they are of a less important family or even if they are less attractive. We have practical experience of this fact. A sweeper woman commanded the respect of many respectable gentlemen simply by manifesting a lady's shyness. Half-naked ladies in the street do not command any respect, but a shy sweeper's wife commands respect from all. Human civilization is as conceived of by the sages of India is to help one free himself from the clutches of illusion. The material beauty of a woman is an illusion because actually the body is made of earth, water, fire, air, etc. But because there is the association of the living spark, with matter, it appears to be beautiful. No one is attracted by an earthen doll, even if it is most perfectly prepared to attract the attention of others. The dead body has no beauty because no one will accept the dead body of a so-called beautiful woman. Therefore, the conclusion is that the spirit spark is beautiful, and because of the soul's beauty, one is attracted by the beauty of the outward body. The Vedic wisdom therefore forbids us to be attracted by false beauty. But because we are now in the darkness of ignorance, the Vedic civilization allows very restricted mixing of women and men. They say that the woman is considered to be the fire and the man is considered to be the butter. The butter must melt in association with fire and therefore they may be brought together only when it is necessary. And shyness is the check to the unrestricted mixing. It is nature's gift and it must be utilized. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sahadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhecha Krupa Sindhube Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. We try to understand shloka number 14 to 16. In this shloka, they describe about the how the ladies at the time of 5,000 year before and how the ladies nowadays those compare in this shloka and another again so many points Prabhuji will tell us in detail. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So Lord Shri Krishna, after giving his association to the residents of Hastinapur, after finishing his lila out there, is going back to Dwarika. And everyone has gathered to have a look at him. And everyone, but naturally, is very sorrowful. Everyone is feeling the separation from Krishna, the Vipralamba bhav. And in that, all the female relatives, they started crying as their eyes were flooded with tears because they had anxiety for Krishna. So they came out of palace. They wanted to stop their tears, but they were not able to stop it. They thought that we crying, allowing the tears to roll out at this time when Krishna is going may cause a misfortune to him. So they wanted to stop it. And while Krishna is going, different types of musical instruments, drums, they were being played. And all of the sound which was created was done to show him honor. Not only that, even the Kuru ladies who had lost their husbands, children in the battle, even they had a loving desire to see the Lord. And so they also came out of that palaces, went on the top, and they were smiling with affection and shyness. They showered flowers upon the Lord. Prabhupada says that ladies generally, they are very much apt to shed tears, especially in ecstatic moments. So Krishna was going, and all the Pandavas. In fact, it is Prabhupada says not only the ladies, but even the men, they were very much affected. And the ladies, they could not check the tears which were coming out forcibly. But because they thought that it is going to be inauspicious, they were in a perplexing situation. Tears were coming out with force, and they wanted to check it so that there is no inauspiciality in the matter of Krishna's departure. So this was the situation. Prabhupada says these are actually symptoms of love for Krishna, which is the highest perfection of life, to shed tears for Krishna. Yugaitam nimishena chakshusha pravrushai shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virhena. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us this method of worship in separation, vipralambase. It's not that we want to have some association with Krishna continuously. Actually, our worship should be in separation. हे राधे व्रजे देविके च ललिते हे कृष्ण कुतः. So they're asking, where are you? कुतः श्री गोवर्धन पाद पतले कालिंदी वने कुतः घोषत्सव इति खेदः महाविष्णलौ. खेदः महाविष्णालौ. So they have been lamenting in separation. All the Goswamis. And that is why we say, Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghu Yugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is one Leela wherein he falls down on the water. Oh, I cannot see Krishna. When he was a Grihastha, he was simply consulting with mother. Mother, I could not realize Krishna. What shall I do? Where should I go? The mother said, my dear son, why are you so impatient? Everything will be all right in due course. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thus given an indication that he must leave home. Mother was also understanding that this boy wants to leave us. Just another perplexed position. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us. Yugaitam nimishena chakshusha praurushaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virhena. Govinda virhena. Separation from Govinda, I'm thinking one moment as 12 years. If you want something very, very eagerly, then every moment becomes a long time. Oh, it is not yet received. It is not yet done. Yugaitam nimishena. Nimisha is one moment, twinkling of an eye. But then it appears like 12 years. Regarding gopis, there is one story in the Shastras that they could not tolerate even twinkling of eyes. So they were condemning Brahma. The creator does not know the art of creating. Why he has created this twinkling of eyes? So that it is disturbing us from seeing Krishna. Now, seeing Krishna and twinkling of eyes, that is natural. But the gopis did not like it. Why has he created this? He does not know the heart of creation. So this is love. Krishna Prema. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tested the gopis' feelings. Shri Chaitanya Akhyam Prakatam Adhuna Tadadvayam Cha Ekyam Apatam Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritihi Alhadini Shakti. Krishna, when he wants to enjoy, is the absolute supreme person. So for spiritual enjoyment in the material world, great saintly persons suggest they give up all material enjoyment just to test what is spiritual enjoyment, spiritual life. Brahma Anubhuti. They give up everything. Tapasa brahmacharyena. By austerity. Brahmacharya, yamena, niyamena, tyagena, satya, sauchabhyam. So many processes there for testing a little Brahmanubhuti. Itham satam Brahma Sakha Anubhutya Dasyam Gatanum Paradaivaten. Sukrit Goswami said, here Krishna, here he's playing with the cowherd boys. Who is he? Itham satam Brahma Sakha Anubhutya. The great sages, saintly persons who are trying to taste the spiritual realization. It is they. They are playing as cowherd boys. And those who are devotees for them is the Supreme Personality of God. Maya Ashritam Nara Dara Akenah. And those who are Maya Ashrita, they are thinking that this Krishna is ordinary human. Sakham Jruhu Krita Punya Punjaha. So with this boy, transcendental Krishna, coward boy, the other boys who are playing, they are also not ordinary. They accumulated pious activities life after life, thousands and millions of lives, and then they have got the opportunity to play with Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada ji is telling us these are the signs how people love Krishna. One side, they cannot check the tears coming out. Krishna is going. Another side, if I shed tears, then there will be inauspiciousness. Complexity, two sides, dilemma. That is the position. And then that is what Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also made us understand. Without seeing Govinda, the whole world is vacant. That is Krishna Prem. So one must be eager that without Krishna consciousness, one can become mad. Separation. Direct contact is not possible. Neither is the way of worshipping by the method of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Prabhupada ji says that we should learn about Krishna. We should always talk about Krishna. It is not that we may be able to see Krishna. What is important is that we always remember Krishna. And that is what Vishwadev taught us. Remembering Krishna at the end. Ante Narayana Smriti. This is going to come in the very first 5 shlokas of second canto when we start it. Remembering Krishna at the end. That is very, very important. So here is that example. Tears by force are coming out. Oh, Krishna is going away. At the same time, they want to check. So they're thinking it for Krishna, not for personal sake. They're not thinking, I am now crying, I have become very much unfortunate or fortunate, I am crying for Krishna. No. They're thinking, my crying will create inauspiciousness to Krishna. I must check it. This is Krishna consciousness. This is the level of service, surrender that we have to achieve for Krishna. And all the residents of Hastinapur who had gathered, they were actually displaying it. No one was happy. And then there were many ladies who had never interacted with Krishna. But then they also went. They also had a desire to see Krishna. And then they were glancing with shy smiles. Vrida smita ikshana. Ikshana is glancing and Vrida is shyness. So this shyness, Prabhupada ji says, is a very, very particular extra natural beauty. And it commands respect from everyone. So, the start of that shloka is that the royal ladies of the Kurus got up on top of the palace. Arudha prasada shikaraha. So, they ascended shikaraha, the roof of the prasada, that is palace. And who? Kuru Naryaha, the ladies of the Kuru dynasty. Why? They drikshaya, they wanted to see. And Kusumahi Vuvrusha, shower flowers. Krishnam upon Lord Krishna. And how? Prema out of affection and love. So even in those days, 5,000 years ago, even then, there was separation of Matajis from Prabhujis. And it is not that it is a custom which has come from the Mohammedan period in India. So the ladies, even in the Mahabharata period, they restricted association with men. And instead of coming down in the open air where Lord Krishna and others were assembled, the ladies of the palace went up on the top of the palace. And from there, they paid their respects to Lord Krishna by showering of flowers. And there, the ladies, they were smiling, but it was checked by shyness. This shyness is a gift of nature, and it enhances the beauty and prestige, even if someone is of less important family or even if less attractive. Prabhupada ji gives the example of the sweeper woman who commanded respect, though she was simply a sweeper woman, but still she got respect because of her shyness. So, Prabhupada ji makes us understand that the human civilization, as conceived over the years, has always been how to help one free from the clutches of illusion, Maya. Because Maya has got this weapon where she makes everyone Brahmita, illusioned. And this attraction with the opposite sex, attraction for the bodies, is but one of those weapons. Practically, the material beauty is an illusion because the body is simply made of earth, water, fire, air, etc. It is only because of the association of the soul, the living spark, that the matter, it appears to be beautiful. If that were not so, why is it that no one is attracted by a doll or maybe one of the best of the statues which are perfectly prepared to attract attention of others? What to say of statues and dolls? Even a dead body, it has no beauty, even if it is of the most so-called beautiful woman, because of the absence of the soul or the spirit spark. So this helps us to understand and come to the conclusion that it is the spirit spark which is beautiful. And because of the soul's beauty, one is attracted to the beauty of the outward body. It is important to understand that it is the soul which is most beautiful. The Vedic wisdom, therefore, makes us understand and forbids us to be attracted by false beauty. Currently, we are in the darkness of ignorance, and that is why we need to get out of that darkness. And so, the civilization disallows mixing of woman and man. In fact, Prabhupada ji gives the example of fire and butter. The butter will melt in association with fire. And so, they can be brought together only when it is necessary. And shyness, which is a natural gift, is one of the checks for this. So Prabhupada ji says it is a nature's gift and it must be utilized properly. And that is why you will see in our ashram also, in temples also, we have separate Mangalartis. There are separate rows. Because when Maya will attack and when can there be a downfall, no one knows. So we have to be very, very careful in our acharan, achar, as well as vichar. And that is why sadhana has to be perfect. That is why the four regulative principles And to enhance our sadhana, we have to ensure that we chant minimum 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Read the scriptures. Take only Krishna Prasadam. Do deity worship and engage in some kind of a service to devotees, to Guru, and to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.